Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, people on YouTube. And welcome back to William in Japan. Today, you join me as we pull away from the gas station on my street triple Moto2. 1 year ago, we got the delivery of this bike. We enjoyed a Hokkaido trip. We enjoyed countless short weekend blasts. And now, we're at the 10,000 kilometer mark and ready for its first annual service. So what have we learned on this bike? How does it feel on the commute? How does it perform on a twisty road? Stay tuned and find out. See you in a bit. Alright folks, before we hit the road, I want to go around the bike, show you the components and what I did so far to make it my own. We are right outside Shigazaka Tunnel, which is where I took the Street Triple 2019 version for a test ride in the first place. So, kind of where the story had begun. Comes with, of course, Olin's front fork. I switched it out for a Michelin Road 6. It was with a Super Corsa. I did put on a lot of carbon parts here on the radiator, fly screen. This is a high-sider bar and mirror. It shakes less than the OEM one. On the back, you can see here, this is actually carbon fiber too. I got the OEM labels, put it over a carbon part, and then lacquered it. Carbon fiber hugger, extended one too, so it comes up more on the bike back. And of course, they are all from carbon FBR, so quality parts where you need your carbon. Engine 765 cc's, of course, gives us 130 PS, roughly 128 brake horsepower, I think. So, oh yeah, also put on easy grips on the side. It also covered this part, which I like it so very much. And of course, tank bat in the middle. It's an AliExpress special. The adhesive is really bad, so I have to redo it all by myself, but it turned out pretty well. And electronic toll collector, cell phone mount, and that's about it. Alright, let's hit the road. Welcome back folks. So how does this street triple perform in terms of commuting? So, although it has clip-on bars, you can see that they are over the triple clamp. So, frankly speaking, the riding ergonomics are very agreeable, and you won't find yourself breaking your neck or wrist or your back while commuting. The Daytona frame and the Daytona derived engine really does give this bike a light feel. You can flick it very easily. The engine is very linear. So, frankly speaking, doing these stop and go in traffic commuting, if I may put it that way, is very easy and very relaxing, to be honest. Since the engine gives you a lot of torque, well, a lot may be exaggerating, but adequate torque down at the bottom, pulling away from traffic lights and overtaking, let's say, the truck in front of me, definitely won't be an issue, even though you are, let's say, in third or fourth gear. You don't really need to drop it every time you want to overtake, and just give it a bit more throttle and off you go. Ergonomic wise, as you can see right now, both of my feet can touch the ground, although my heel, it's kind of floating at the moment. I am 5'7", so I'm not the most vertical advantageous kind of person, but still, a stature like me definitely can ride the Street Triple in these kind of traffic situations very well. Mirrors, you know, bar mirrors, some like it, some hate it. For me, it isn't that bad. I did switch out the OEM ones as I mentioned, but as a whole it doesn't really change that much. It doesn't shake, that's the good part, after I switched to these ones. By the way, the high-siders are really the ones to go in Japan, at least. They are very quality products. Visibility, yep, I'll say no problem. So, in summary, as a commuter, as a daily machine, the Street Triple Moto2 is definitely a thumbs up from me. Alright, welcome back folks. Now we are on the highway, 6th gear, doing 70 kilometers. When you're doing these kind of mile munching, very boring, your wrist is aching, your back is aching, what do? Thanks to the ride-by-wire system, you put it into cruise control, sit up straight, stretch your back, shake your hands, and you are ready to go for another round. This bike is definitely not made to be for touring, but thanks to that little gadget over there, it really gets the job done. The seat itself is pretty comfy, nice and wide and squishy, so definitely fits the bill in my end. But in terms of wind protection, this is a naked bike, so you are in the wind blast. Yes, you can get this little fly screen over here, but what it can do is very limited. The wind is still around my chest, so you are in the wind blast. But give and take, there's no buffeting, no turbulence, so I am not getting wind blast on my helmet. It's very clean and quite quiet. So I think I can live with that as well. Right folks, what's the most frustrating thing when you're on the highway? It is definitely what we are in right now. Getting stuck in traffic. But thanks to this engine, we are in 6th gear, doing only 60 kilometers. There's no judder. There's no frustration from the engine, at least. It is still purring like a puppy. And we are going really smoothly. So, as I mentioned, this engine has 128 horsepower, but the good part is it has a super flat torque curve, to put the exact. You can do a lot of things with lazy gear, I think. That includes commuting, and it also includes mile munching. And it's not like you're losing a lot of punch. It still has the acceleration when you need to overtake. There is the saying of drop a gear and disappear, right? Well, for the Street Triple, is just twist and go. And that's 120 kilometers from roughly 70 in 6th gear, guys. How incredible is that? But still, enough with the boring parts. We all know this is the great engine. Let's hit the Twisties. Alrighty folks, as we climb Route 299, Shigazaka Mountain Pass, this is where I took the 748R as well, so same route. GoPro is not cooperating with me right now, so I need to be quick with my summary. This bike has a Daytona frame, a super sport frame. It has literally the engine of a Moto2 bike. At least the engine is derived from this. So I don't know what much I can say about it. It performs with the Öhlins NIX fork. It performs with modern rubber. The shocks are great. There's no shakes when you go over bumps. So one heck of a weapon. The linear throttle gives you enough grunt to go through these kind of tight twists and turns. 130 PS, 128 horsepower is really enough for these kind of roads. You can't really ask for more. Maybe you want more power, but thanks to this lightweight chassis, It's very flickable, just like I mentioned during the commute part. Oh, and it accelerates like butter. So yeah, I really don't know what much more you can ask for. Hello there. Maybe a bit more torque, but for these kind of riding, for myself, it's perfect. And that's why, even though I don't like how the Street Triple looks, I still went ahead and bought it. It is one heck of a weapon. You might find this review very short, but this is really just what it is. The bike is great. Yes, there are nitpicks mentioned in the past. The paint is bad. There are some build quality issues and design issues, but they're taken under warranty. And if you take good care of this bike, I think you can keep it forever. With the 2023 update, you got an IMU, you got more advanced electronics. The only thing that might not be there is radar cruise control and blind spot warning. But why would you want something like that on this bike? So folks, that's all from me. I love this bike. It's a keeper. I might do something with the headlight in the future, but not now. But hell, I am enjoying myself. This has been William. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time. Bye-bye.